The desert wind carried gunpowder smoke as Sergeant Peregrine Della Pola's squad fought desperately. 2 wounded, ammunition critically low, enemy forces closing in. Intelligence analyst Thessaly Cunningham sat quietly with her tablet where Della Pola had ordered her. "Stay out of the way," he had barked for 3 weeks. But when the extraction helicopter appeared through chaos, it didn't land at their position. It touched down directly in front of Thessaly. 4 heavily armed operators gestured urgently, to her alone. Della Pola's stunned realization was worth 1,000 words.
At Forward Operating Base Vanguard, 38-year-old Sergeant Della Pola commanded Alpha Squad with iron discipline. His weathered face carried the permanent scowl of someone who trusted experience over theory. The briefing tent buzzed as Della Pola's team gathered around tactical displays. Lieutenant Lysander Feigenbaum studied satellite imagery, while Corporal Eamon Gellerson checked communications. Specialist Caspian Eggleston examined demolition requirements, and Private Kieran Babitsky organized medical supplies. Thessaly Cunningham entered last, clutching her tablet. Unlike others with personalized gear, she wore standard fatigues. At 31, she moved carefully, trying not to draw attention. Her observant green eyes took in every detail. "Our Pentagon observer joins us," Feigenbaum announced with irritation. Della Pola barely glanced up. "Find a corner, Cunningham. Don't interfere with actual soldiers." For 3 weeks she had endured this treatment. Some analysts from Washington, they believed, sent to observe operations. None bothered learning her qualifications. "We approach from Southwest Ridge at 0200 hours, establish overwatch positions, document personnel, then extract before dawn." Thessaly's voice cut through with quiet authority. "Sergeant, thermal imaging shows patrol patterns along that ridge. Eastern approach offers better concealment." Della Pola straightened, fixing her with a cold stare. "Intelligence analysts don't run operations, Cunningham. They stay behind desks." Eggleston muttered about bringing a librarian to a gunfight, drawing chuckles. 6 hours later, Alpha Squad moved silently across rugged terrain. Della Pola led with Feigenbaum close behind. Thessaly kept pace better than expected, moving with surprising agility. The mission proceeded until they reached the observation point. Della Pola raised night vision goggles. "Something's wrong. Activity levels higher than indicated." Floodlights blazed as armed figures poured from buildings with coordinated precision. "We're compromised," Feigenbaum hissed. "How did they know?" "Fall back to secondary position." The squad retreated efficiently, but surprise was lost. Enemy forces closed in with military precision. By the time they reached the abandoned village, Babitsky had taken a round through his thigh, and Eggleston nursed a shoulder wound. "Gellerson, communication status," Sergeant Della Pola shouted over incoming rounds. "Still jammed, Sergeant. Interference patterns I've never seen." Thessaly worked on her tablet while applying pressure to Babitsky's wound. When Della Pola spotted her, he stormed over. "Cunningham, stop playing with your computer." He tossed her a medical kit. "Keep pressure on his wound and stay out of the way." She moved to Babitsky's side, repacking his bandage with practiced skill. "What did you observe in the north building, the communication array?" While maintaining pressure, Thessaly discreetly photographed documents in Babitsky's vest pocket. Della Pola established patchy radio contact. "Vanguard actual, immediate extraction required. 2 wounded, heavy opposition. Negative on immediate extraction, assets diverted, hold position." "We can't hold, we're outnumbered and outgunned." Thessaly moved to scan radio frequencies on her tablet. She located a hidden transmitter and disabled it, pocketing the core component. "Della Pola," she called, her voice taking on a different quality. "Enemy communications suggest reinforcements from the north, 20 minutes before complete encirclement." "How do you know that?" "Monitoring their radio traffic, standard analytical procedure." As darkness fell, Della Pola organized final defensive positions. "Conserve ammunition, single shots only." He turned to Thessaly. "Cunningham, rear of building. Stay down, stay back, stay out of the way." Her eyes checked her watch with urgency, hand drifting to a concealed device in her boot. Enemy fire came in systematic waves. The team responded with precision, but ammunition dwindled dangerously. "Last magazine," Feigenbaum announced grimly. The distinctive thump of helicopter rotors suddenly cut through gunfire. "Extraction's here," Gellerson shouted with relief. Della Pola tracked the approaching aircraft. "Something's wrong. They're coming from the north, not our corridor." The Black Hawk came fast and low, flying directly over enemy positions without taking fire. Instead of heading to their designated zone, it descended into the courtyard where Thessaly had positioned herself. "Cunningham, get back inside!" 4 heavily armed operators in unmarked gear emerged. The lead operator made a sharp hand signal specifically to her. "Cunningham, get down!" Delapola yelled, but Thessaly was already moving with purpose and confidence. Her entire demeanor transformed, posture straightened, movements precise and efficient. She pulled a communication device from her boot and flashed coded light signals. Delapola watched in disbelief as the operator handed her tactical gear and weapons, which she donned with practiced efficiency. "Keystone is secured," a voice crackled over their radios. "Package Angel confirmed." Enemy fire intensified. Thessaly turned back, making eye contact with Delapola. For the first time, he saw her clearly, not as an analyst, but as someone operating far beyond his comprehension. An RPG streaked toward the helicopter. Without hesitation, Thessaly fired with expert precision, detonating it mid-flight in spectacular explosion. "Fall back to extraction point," she shouted with unmistakable command authority. "Move now!" Delapola remained frozen as his world tilted. The woman he had dismissed was clearly the primary asset, the actual mission objective. "Sir, orders!" Feigenbaum grabbed his shoulder. "Fall back by pairs. Move to extraction." As they broke cover, Thessaly and operators provided devastating covering fire. When Eggleston went down hard, Thessaly broke from cover, sprinting to drag him toward safety. "Where's Feigenbaum?" Delapola called. "Still inside, pinned down," Gellerson reported. Thessaly exchanged a glance with the bearded operator. Without hesitation, they moved toward the door. "Cover us," she ordered Delapola, then leapt back to the ground. 2 minutes later, they emerged with Feigenbaum supported between them. "Go, go, go!" The helicopter lifted immediately, banking away as its gunner laid down covering fire. Delapola finally approached her. "Who the hell are you?" The bearded operator intercepted. "This is Commander Thessaly Cunningham, Naval Intelligence Phoenix Program. Your entire mission was cover for her infiltration." "Commander," Gellerson repeated incredulously. Thessaly looked up from her terminal. "The intel I gathered confirms an imminent attack on American soil." "Why the deception?" Delapola asked. "My cover needed to be believable, even to you. The people we're pursuing have assets everywhere. Your genuine dismissal was my best protection." Delapola studied her with new eyes. Recognizing her true rank, he straightened and rendered a perfect formal salute. "It was an honor, Commander Cunningham," he said with genuine humility. She returned the salute precisely. "The honor was mine, Sergeant Delapola. Your team performed exactly as required." Sometimes the most valuable people are the ones others overlook, and sometimes the greatest strength hides behind the most unassuming facade.